for sure. And some other additional players. Not sure if Innocent was playing with them back in the days, but I think so.
I think they might have been in the group stages of DreamHack went in 2014.
Yeah, that was it.
I think they made the groups of that. Obviously, not made.
Lately, there was a little bit of a backstory. Innocent right now isn't playing in Polish teams anymore, but he was playing against Ninjas in Pyjamas recently, and people were like hyped up that he can finally get revenge for what happened at that DreamHack.
Okay.
Because they were knocked out by NIP right now on the very same map too. And yeah, so kicking it off, Goofy right here with a headshot on Zello. Jaxi also losing quite a bit of health, but there is no damage done by the CTs. Until the moment Goofy dies, he's a man to open it up for the terrorist team, but they're trying to help him out, but he loses soon right next to him. And yeah, he's completely surrounded by the enemies. But Stark in the meantime, he's getting damage done over on the different side of the map. And the bomb is also getting planted. They got control of B, while in the meantime, Nexus were taking care of people in the jungle, so they thought that it might be an A approach, actually. Might have been a little bit different than they thought. They might be surprised out here. And Stark's trying to run down Betten, but this wasn't really the greatest idea. Tetek, though, hidden in the apartments. They don't know about that just yet, but NG spots him out and, wow, neutralizes him with a very proficient headshot. So
quick, fast frags for them. 1-0 for Nexus.
Yeah, and just finishing up the talks about like backgrounds of the players and like their potential, what they're doing and what they've been doing. So Stark, he's been playing for quite a while, but I feel like we still cannot really count him as an experienced player because of how he's still maturing. I think he's even younger than me, so he's around 17 or 18 years old. And like even back in the days when he was like 14, 15 playing in the ESC, he was pretty immature. Like a lot of players even outright said they didn't like playing with him, and he himself even said like back in the days I was horrible of a kid and stuff like that. So now I feel like now his story really starts.
That is one of the negatives about being such a youngster in CS. Obviously, you can be really immature. I think we've seen that with a lot of players, and it really has stunted their career. I know in the UK scene, people have been like prosecuted based on things that they said when they were 17 years old. Stark hitting that initial headshot. IGM trading it on through 4 versus 4 here. And on this A site, looking to try and find a couple of frags. BTN finding one, and it's just a mow down straight into connector. 1 man left. He's all gone. 2-0 for Nexus.
There we are. Nexus opening it up actually quite well, and Venatores, it's not like they did bad on the pistol round. There surely was a chance for them to win, but I feel like they got split up a little bit too much. At the end of the day, it worked kind of in their favor because Nexus was late on that bomb side B, but then once again, something exactly that we'd seen on Train against Wendigo. 2v1 situations where they couldn't work together. They wouldn't cooperate with each other at all. So Stark was trying to run Betten down pretty far away from Tetek, where there was no support at all from his other remaining teammate. At that stage, Tetek was left all alone, and with TTs having already checked every single possible place, he could have only been in the apartment, so they knew exactly how to run him down, how to deal with that. I feel like we need a little bit more teamwork in Venatores in order to make it work, in order to be able to beat Nexus, WASD, or Wendigo, which are the teams of this group.
BNK CSGO in the chat saying Zello and IGM are actually 17 years old too, so such young talent in both of these teams. Nexus having 2 minors in their team. 2 minors making the minors, in fact, funnily enough. Straight to this A site. Soon going to be the first man in. AK-47 Zag for Venatores. Initial shot, big headshot coming through from BTN right there. Zello straight over this smoke, taking a big spray down. Cannot connect the bullets. Jaxi instead finds a headshot. 3 versus 4 now as BTN shuts it down. Bomb gone. Straight into enemy lines. With 30 seconds left, it's going to be very difficult to recover. The Poles have to hit a couple of shots soon, and there's Texek. He's shutting it down. But Nexus trades it back. 3-0 for them.
Well, 3-0, and Venatores with a pretty bad economical situation still. Not looking too good for a starter, and on Train we had a situation where only Petite and Goofy would have the kills. This time around it's Stark and Tetek also finding a little bit of a piece, but I don't know, like it feels like they're starting off very, very slow. Sood always needs that AWP for himself before gets that, it seems like he's not capable of doing anything this far in the 2 matches that we're seeing up. Now, that's going to be Zello opening up with a big spray down to get 2 kills, and that already shattered Venatores' push in the middle. So we'll be transferring ourselves over into round number 5 here. Soon's playing with the AK, so I would love to be observing him a little bit more, whether to confirm or deny my words from just a moment ago. He was able to get 1 kill with a pistol in that round that just ended a second ago.
4-0 now. Remember, this isn't a bad map for the Poles. Beating Virtus Pro in overtime just recently for the WESG qualifier, something we've been talking about quite a bit today. BTN on this site, M4 in hand, going to have to be the point man as Venatores is going to charge him down. Here's a thunder of footsteps into this site, throws out a flash. Can go for a peek behind this one. Didn't do all too much, but Jaxi swings through. Misses the flick. Venatores given ground onto this A site, and BTN has to swing out and do something big. A 5 versus 5 now. Unusual scenes on the A site. BTN tries to spray through. It's still a 5 versus 5. Nobody's finding any kills, but the smokes are down, cutting Nexus off. Maybe they'll just go for this save if they can't find a frag very soon. Throws a smoke on through. It's not going to do anything. Got nobody in Palace. Straight on through. TechSec finds one. Traded straight back out. Trades left and right. Goofy finds one. Soon as well with a headshot. A follow-up as well. Soon with 3. Shuts it down. First round for Venatores.
Yeah, so he can do something with an AK. And, well, the bomb was being defused all that time. So, yeah, kills started going down. We got excited about these frags and headshots and everything. But at the last second, when Soon actually got that kill, I was like, oh, the ball! Oh, okay, he killed him. So that was fine, because I felt like the round was about to be over in the favor of Nexus Gaming. So, yeah, Venatores able to win a round for themselves. But this was a pretty awkward one, as you said in the very beginning. Nobody dying for so long. And I feel like this might have been an issue, like Nexus not pushing a little bit earlier. Now, Patitek with a kill on Betten, but in return for like most of his HP. But Soon's also able to chime in right now with the AK again. No AWP for him, but they hear Zello. They see Zello shooting people down with it, so they probably will want it. But Patitek just gets caught in that trap. Back to a 3-on-3. The bomb also is not going to get planted as Tetek gets caught by IGM from the top of the stairs. They thought that they had a good smoke, but it didn't work against people from above. And there's Stark wrapping around from behind, but IGM's looking that way, so it shouldn't surprise him at all, but he still goes down. In fact, Soon's able to also get a kill on the guy in the CT spawn, and all that's left is Zello in the jungle. But this far, nobody's been able to beat him down right here. Patitek was trying to rush him down. Goofy was rushing out of the T ramps on A right here. The bomb is planted, and maybe they can slow it down a little bit. Maybe they don't need to rush him. They just need to corner him into a bad position when he wants to retake it, when he wants to defuse it, and then kill him off.
Moves into this site, smoke down, buys a little bit of cover. Straight in 1v2, found a bit of a different angle of approach. Soon doesn't have any idea. Nice headshot first. Zello draws in closer, knows exactly where Soon is, as he needs to dodge and weave. Hit the flick. 5 rounds for Nexus.
Wow, that headshot on Stark was just amazing. But I feel like it was a little bit inconsistent from Venatores. Stark, I don't think he was supposed to really be in such an open position against a sniper. Or once again, maybe they lacked a little bit of like cooperation, because Soon could have peeked at Zello at the exact moment Stark did, and when he died, right? So 5-1 in favor of Nexus, but the bomb was planted again, so it's not like Venatores' economy is just down to the ground. They still have a possibility to play with the rifles right here. They still have a possibility to redeem themselves as they're fighting for their lives, because now getting forced down to an eco again, it feels like it would already close out the map.
NJ here, MP9 in hand, but the pistols are going to shut him down. There's TechSec with another one. 5 versus 3 now on this B site, as Nexus need to draw in, find a couple of kills on the entry, but with this AWP, it's going to be so difficult to find any kills. Soon shutting them down, and Soon's been such a big problem. He was an issue against Windigo earlier on today. Without his presence on train, that could have been a one-sided performance. It's going to be 5-2.
Oh, here we go. Now Nexus kind of getting stressed out about what's going on. Winning a round, then losing the next one could actually break their economy. So we're talking about the money on both the sides. Not only Venatores, who are lacking a tiny bit walking into this one, but only Goofy was playing with a CZ, and they blinded the guy with the MP9 up close to the apartment so perfectly that Goofy jumped out of the window in front of his face, and Nexus didn't even react to that. So then he was able to pick up an M4 for himself instantly, but got killed from behind a little bit later on. Short entrance. Now 5-2, Venatores indeed are still alive, are still in the game, and yeah, with this round lost, they would have been playing with pistols, probably even with no Kevlars. That would have led us to 7-1 in favor of Nexus on a map that's so good for Venatores. I really think it would have already been horrible of a situation for them. But instead, we've got a pretty okay-ish scenario where they can still bounce back and even the score out, maybe even get a positive scoreline after the first half.
A couple of shots down, no damage dealt just yet, as they return a bit of stalemate. They are going out onto B. This hasn't actually been telegraphed just yet. NJ has no idea as they draw in on the B site. NJ needs to dodge and weave, find that first frag. That's the bomb gone. Tech needs to do some damage, and he actually does. Trades it back, but Jackson straight to this site is going to find this first T, but dodging and weaving, trying to deal this damage. Soon going to find him, count him out. IGM's in a perfect position. Soon's probably not going to be able to find this shot, swipe him down. IGM sweeps in. Quick headshot as Stark takes up the rear, takes the flank. 1 versus 2 as he tries to creep in.
A bit of time's left there for him, but I don't know. Is he in a good spot? Actually, facing off against 2 Oppers might not be.
Nobody's watching for him. They have no idea
hard
that he's coming in through apps. This is a bit of a lapse in judgment from Nexus. If they don't check him sometime soon, they might give away this first frag. IGM right down below. Spots each other out. And IGM gone. Just the 1 Orpa left. If Zello misses only 1 shot, and he does! Misses the flick and start with the 1v2.
34 HP all the time. He doesn't even get scratched for a single one out there. And indeed, as you said, like, Nexus had no idea. He was coming in from apartments. Nobody was paying attention to that. And this guy, like, he was waiting in the sniper's nest, right? And he was just covering his team for like a backstab. But since every single CT was already in that bomb site B, there was nothing for him to do there. He realized that. He jumped back. And instead of coming in from the CT spawn side, he came in from the apartments. That seems to have been such a big surprise to Nexus, and it's weird. It's hard to understand.
Pause here. Could be tactical. Obviously, after such a heartbreaking round, 1v2, 2 snipers lost. That's so much money down the drain. About 12,000 in economy drained in only a matter of seconds. Venatores, you can see the money, the bank, it's starting to build up. Soon has the AWP in hand. Not going to be, not going to have to even invest into it. You see, he's got this buffer of 7,000. He's probably going to buy nades, set of Kevlar. He'll be on $4,000. Let's have a look at this replay. Look at this. Oh, this was from round 5. The beautiful 1v2 from Zello. Such a crucial performance here. He's about to hit this follow-up flick as well. Look at Zoom. Goes for this peek. Wants to triple kill as well. He's baiting him out. Zello wasn't even watching for it. And that's such a crucial round as well from Nexus, isn't it?
First of all, Soon had no idea where Zello was for the entirety of this situation. Like, Stark seems to have adapted, and he was looking at the bomb while Soon still, after the smoke, was spraying at the stairs, and he thought that maybe the Opera is still there. And yeah, indeed, like, maybe the lack of cooperation. Maybe Stark should not have peeked at all. Like, they had the bomb right in front of their faces. I don't think he even faked the defuse. So why did they need to do that? Or did he fake? Can't recall that too well.
Barely a peek.
But nevertheless,
he spotted the tip of his helmet.
Anyway, even if he started like faking the defuse, then it would have been so much better for Soon to peek rather than Stark.
Right back into this game, Nexus 5-3, barely any money, not going to go for an investment, no buy. As Venatores, you can see their money is rocking and rolling right now. The AWP out, 4 sets of AK-47s as well. You can see how many Molotovs they've got. They're not light on anything. They should be able to tear this Nexus team apart.
Should be. That should is the key word right here. Because things like these already happened today. Wins with pure recos and stuff like triple deagle kills for Waz on overpass.
Crazy.
They were not supposed to do that in a 3v5. Like, what the hell was that?
To win the map as well. The most crucial, pivotal situation. The most pivotal moment. The nades raining into this A site. Texit going to be out first. You can see how passively and patiently they're waiting. They're just waiting to bleed out Nexus, bleed out any of those nades and Molotovs that they might have. They still don't know if this is a force buy just yet. Obviously, Nexus, they could have sets of armor coming into this one. We know, we're watching through rose-tinted goggles, that they don't. TN finds a nice first kill, but it's traded out. Nexus actually doing damage onto this A site.
Yeah, they have one guy also in the palace. He's trying to check if anybody was pushing him right there, but no luck for Zello at that exact time. But the rest of the team was able to do something more and more and more, and it's not a one-man lead just yet for the CTs, but they have a backstab go. Oh, Jaxi climbing up the underpass right here. He's going to get spotted out by Goofy. They didn't hear IGM, actually.
Jaxi made far too much noise.
Oh, that's
USP behind, making so much noise again. Nexus with cobblestone footsteps just tearing the way through. Thundering there as Venatores to find those frags, nail this anti-co.
Yeah, IGM had a good idea, was in a good position, but Petitek also realized that somebody might still be coming in from behind as they killed the guy in the underpass out there. And Zello, he's done a great job, but he was the one with the rifle, so it was so much easier for him rather than the guys with just the USB, like Jaxi.
Oh, he is going for this pick, but Zello's going to find him instead. Nice opening from Zello there. This is pretty much baited out push for Venatores there. Straight out onto the B site. NJ up close. He's going to find the first. Switches it up to the second. AK's out, but he can't grab the third. It's Petitek instead to blast his way onto the B site. Jaxi trying to take the trades, and he finds both. Nice flick on through, and a 6th round for Nexus.
Jaxi and NJ just showing their power right here. That was amazing to watch. And it was impressive in terms of the aim and skill that was required for this kind of situation. So Venatores, they don't have such a nice and smooth round against the pure eco from Nexus. Right now, as soon as Nexus find the rifles, they just obliterate Venatores. This is not going to work well for the confidence of the Polish team. IGM is going to get a kill on Tetek to open it up soon. Previously failed with the AWP right here in the middle. Middle control is everything on Mirage. The Venatores can't seem to really settle in on that.
Nade's
oh, Goofy. Nade on top of his head and down to 17 too.
There's flashes onto mid as well. Fairly powerful from Nexus. If not to find some frags, just to gain that extra bit of map control. Venatores now have to check that part of mid. Need to check connector as well, obviously. T-Tech through this smoke being slowed down. He's still got a minute left, so not going to be sweating that much. But stuck in Palace means they need to make this assault onto the B site. IGM just taking picks on through. Don't know if he did any damage there. Just taking tag left and right, not finding any dinks, any shots as his smoke dissipates. Isn't going to find the damage, but finally has the information with 40 seconds left. They're about to push on out. IGM with both. 2 headshots. Goofy's very low as well. This should be undoable. Oh, did he actually? Oh no, I thought he found that third frag.
Wow, that
I almost lost my mind.
Would have been amazing, sure, but that didn't happen actually. Goofy, I think he saw Zello on his screen, but he didn't pay attention to it.
The thing that goofed me out there was he took the shot, and at the same time somebody found a headshot other side of the map. So it freaked me out. 7 rounds for Nexus.
7-4. Great beginning to this map for sure for Nexus, at least this far. It's going well, but Venatores could still bounce back. 8-4 is almost inevitable at this stage, but then 3 rounds left until the end of the first half, and 8-7 is definitely a preferable scoreline for Venatores, while still Nexus could get their double digits. Just that, just the ending scoreline for the first half could tell us the story of the entire map.
CZ on out. Zello is going to find that opening pick as well. Remember, this was a half buy for Venatores. Only Petitek left with the CZ, not the tech. Straight on through, and actually does find that AK-47. Dropped on the ground, going to be traded out by Jaxi. Easy as that. Nexus on 8, doubling the scoreline of Venatores.
Okay, so well,
just the chat, just a guy in chat saying the hack got him thing. You know, that was a horrible impression.
So I feel like Nexus building up a bigger advantage in the just 8 rounds right here in the first half is going to be crucial for them. Because Venatores, when they were playing against Wendigo, they didn't look too good on the CT side. They lacked the imagination. That's what I said after the first map, and I'm holding on to it.
Huge nades on A. BTN actually wraps up that first headshot. There's a second as well from BTN, who's still alive, finds his third. You can see him just dodging these bullets. Right now, Jaxi tries to move in and support, but still with the bomb down. Venatores has to challenge BTN, who is holding from above, quad kill, moves out, almost an ace. Haven't seen one just yet today. Soon from behind is going to get caught off guard 9 rounds.
So this is where it gets tough for Venatores. One more is already going to get pretty horrible for them. And let's take a look at that.
Look at this. Glad we've got this shot. Glad we've got this angle of BTN. Look at that switch up. 3 kills. Almost finding the third there. 4th even. Did find the 4th.
Yeah.
Everything. Almost did everything, mate.
Yeah, you could have gotten both. Just running out of ammo right there. Maybe they will make an option for an M4 with like 60 bullets in the mag. Because like that's the biggest discussion between M4, A4 and A1S. Like 20 bullets is too little for some people.
Certainly for me, I'm terrible. MJ taking out a couple of frags. It's IGM this time. Stepping up. No deaths for Nexus right there. They're going to have perfect money going into this final round. 10 on the board, obviously, a double-digit half. This might be our first convincing game of the night. Yeah,
might be. Might very well be. And once again, just to support that, as I said, the CT side wasn't too good.
Again, it's this Bulgarian bling guy says, "Hey, Caster, why you make an accent when you read my text? You're a racist." I'm not racist. I didn't even read his name before. I'm very sorry, man. Hope you're enjoying ELC Gaming TV tonight. NJ does find that first opening frag, a change-up, a double-up setup from Nexus.
It's just to understand each other easier. That's why you do the accent. So don't get mad. Bulgarian blin.
4 versus 3. Jaxi waiting. Popped off a Molotov before. A minute 10 left as Venatores sneaking, slithering their way down mid. It's Soon and Goofy here. Goofy going down. Soon getting followed up. Jaxi with a perfect punishment interconnector. Teak Tech does swing out, find a pair of frags. Back to a 2v1.
Oh, actually,
top of mid. That bomb's dropped. As Nexus doesn't actually have this information just yet, so they're going for this 1-1 setup. B and A covered. NJ going for this rotation on round as well. You can see they're a little bit scatty right now. NJ up close to apps. IGM into connector as well. Petit Tech with 35 seconds left. Going to grab this bomb, change up his approach to one of these bomb sites.
Not really going to have. I thought he reduced it to a 1v1 actually with that second kill on the stairs, but that's 1v2 still. A triple kill. Can he pull off an ace right now? Start running, has to do that because he had not enough time and is going to fall 11-4 in favor of Nexus Gaming, and this is a perfect setup for them after the first half, definitely. They had some good rounds, I would say, Venatores, but they also had the others. Like this clutch round they lost against Zello, didn't it start in a 1v3 for Zello? Or was it just a 1v2 from the very beginning? Nevertheless, they were positioned in like places where they could definitely do that.
A lot of good rounds, just too few in number. 4, not enough. They're going to have to put up a lot in the way of score on this second half if they want any chance in this against the Romanians. Going into this follow-up pistol round, Goofy, he has the kit. Double flash as well. Everybody else with the Kevlar. Nexus already making their assault into this A site. It's JN in first, taking a couple of pop shots out, but not really connecting. Salvaging CT spawn, as that flash actually doesn't do the damage. Zello finds both frags.
Zello seems to be the guy that is the salt in the wounds of Venatores. Every single time it matters, he does a lot more than is expected of him. Tetek soon and Petit Tech trying to retake it. Betten had a good position, but he gets obliterated instantly as they see him. Cello still alive though, and he's looking for more of these headshots. Back to 3-on-3, make it a 2-on-2. Tetic replies as quickly as they lose. Another person on their lineup soon. Going down, there's no chance, no time to defuse this bomb anymore and get a double kill. So this pistol round is just memories for Venatores. 12-4 in favor of Nexus. They could easily, from that point on, get a scoreline of 14-4. Unless CTs win around, there's no chance to increase their economy too much, obviously, as they cannot get the money as easily as just planting the bomb.
They might put us back on schedule after a couple of long games earlier today, 16-11, 16-13. Haven't really been seeing all too many close games here in Legend Series so far. This tournament, nice to see some competitive matchups. Yeah. 12-4 now, not so competitive, to the contrary. Nexus storming down mid. Bomb dropped out back as Petit does find that first with the CZ.
So right now, actually, it makes me think that maybe there is a chance at 5-on-3. Come on. They lost one person from that point on, so Pathetic's gone. He's definitely an important member of the team, so losing him is going to be a pretty bad hit. Goofy, still with the Deagle, 11 HP. Tetic playing with the scout stock up close. Of course, that CZ is going to work in such range, but then soon, from behind, surprises Jaxi completely. 2 AKs into the hands of the Poles, and only Betten remains. I thought that it was the time to start and abandon all hopes at this stage, but these guys still have some fight left in them, even so much that they can win around with pistols and Kevlars only.
Yeah, 12-5 gives Venatores a fighting chance in this one. Obviously, the scout out still for Tetic. Goofy has that MAC-10, everybody else on the rifles.
And it also wasn't even such a bad try from Nexus. They had a lot of AKs on this one. It's not like they were goofing around with like 5 UMPs or MAC-10s or something. So it wasn't the easiest round to win. Tetic now strikes down Jaxi instantly with a scout. Betten jumps over the flames and will surprise Sue, but not enough to get the kill. Sue with a double and still stays alive. Back to 5 HP. But nobody's going to bring him down as now he's got support from his teammates. And that's so good to see because, as I said, teamwork seems to be a little bit of a problem for the Poles this far in the Legend Series Group C.
Yeah, Stark, perfect support there. Obviously, the charge tried to come up from BTN, tried to rush him down with the Deagle. Almost found that third frag. It was NJ to take the charge on through to Connector, but staying alive soon on 5 HP. That might be the difference maker between winning and losing this round. IGM does find the first, but cannot find the second. It's Stark, the difference maker in this round. What a big round for him.
And Sue definitely. The Rambo style in the middle as he pushes out to like 3 people and gets a double kill. Managing to get out of there alive. It's 12-6. Still, the scoreline is doubled by Nexus, so it seems pretty dire. Now they are missing a player on the server. And we'll have to wait a little while to figure out what's going on, but maybe that is the time for Venatores to just cool their heads, to figure out something, some way to try and close that gap. Is it really still possible? No idea, but as I said, like in Train, their CT was worse than the T site, clearly. So here, can they really pull it off? It's pretty doubtful for me.
Nice little look at the scoreboard there. You can see everybody very tightly packed on that Nexus side. Everybody's showing up. Zach and Goofy on that Venatores, that Polish team. Not really showing up. Both, well, neither found double digits just yet. 7 and 5 respectively. Going into the rest of this second half, they're going to have to show up much greater if they're going to pull this one through.
I want to see the statistics on that Mirage for them. Actually, the T side is supposed to be slightly better than the CT for them.
It's unusual. Yeah. It's very unusual, isn't it?
Why not?
Obviously very strong. I think you'd see on all 7 maps, the CT side, you'd usually take your higher win percentage on that side. Even Mirage, which has a bit more play on this T side, but Nexus, obviously, great. Well, that's a great supporting statistic to possibly take it through. And Torres with the 5 rifles here, as they are gonna swarm into this B site. You can see them slowly make their approach down. NJ getting tagged up through the wall by Goofy there. to change up his angle. Didn't want to go down. Obviously, finding a kill through that angle, even a dink, is such a big show of information. It's Nexus to make this charge. There's a thunder of dirt into this B site, and Goofy is only going to take the one before Jaxi can trade him out. T-Tech through this smoke, looking for a little bit more, but soon he's already made this rotation. It's thick and fast here as BTN gets molled down. Venatores should be able to make this charge.
But the bomb was planted, so still a lot of value from this round for Nexus Gaming, I would say. For looking at what they had in their hands. And it's definitely a lot. Getting a kill out there, almost being able to pick up a rifle, getting the bomb planted, having a little bit of control on the map. And T-Tech, had he just pushed through the smoke a little bit earlier, had he just been a little bit more aggressive, and that's something that we found out on the CT side of Train for Venatores, that they don't know how to be aggressive, that they never are aggressive, in fact. And that's what hurt them, I feel like, against Wendigos. So right here might be, once again, the cause of some of their pains. And yeah, talking about Venatores, they have a slightly better side, but that's very close. But talking about Nexus, they have a twice as good CT side than B side. So their terrorists should be so strong, actually.
Big double on this A site, though. Zello finding both. And there's a third as well. Start getting caught off guard.
Wow.
Big
when
triple
you're
kill.
Just able to get in so aggressively and sweep the floor with an AWP like that, it's weird. Like, it shouldn't be happening. Like, the mobile AWP got nerfed all the way back in 2016 even, I think.
Yeah. Maybe even 2015, wasn't it?
Yeah, so quite a bit of time ago. And he's supposed to just run into a bomb site and kill everybody with it? Come on, like, how? Why? Now Goofy, he's got a double kill. He's sitting at the bottom of the standings for Venatores, so maybe this is a time for him to start and shine a tiny bit, getting these frags. But now the bomb isn't even planted, so he's got no pressure on his shoulders whatsoever, and he's right next to that bomb side B, NJ. As soon as he tries to plant the bomb, he could be suiciding into the last standing pole.
Oh, what was that smoke?
That was a bait towards bomb site A.
Yeah, he wanted a fake, but I don't think that that's going to really sell it all too well to Goofy. Is he actually rotating back?
No,
he's just
he's still
holding
standing
in shop. He's even heard that bomb go down as well. So NJ trying to fake it out a pair of times. Only 15 seconds left, planting in the corner. You can see Goofy just creeping ever so slightly in, and he's back into kitchen. Maybe that smoke slightly sold it to Goofy just then. As NJ, he seems very scatty, not focusing on one angle whatsoever. Goofy moving his way in. Oh, hits the headshot, NJ! Big whiff, big miss. And Venatores is going to take this 8.
Wow, NJ was watching that angle, waiting for him so long right there, and wasn't able to win that. Goofy was 60 HP to begin with. It seemed like there's nothing to even scrap for Venatores, but they got the round home. And this is where the problems begin for Nexus Gaming. One more situations like these when they have a nearly 100% win and they lose it, and they're going to break down mentally. Double up setup from Venatores though. So we've already seen Goofy and Tetek playing the secondary op on Train. And I can fully understand it on Tetek, maybe a little less than Goofy. But now Petita even picks it up. Interesting how nearly everybody on the team are. Stark getting the kill number 1. Soon that follows it up. They only lost one person to NJ when finally Jaxi manages to step in. But still one man lead for the Poles. And soon, blinded by the flashbang, pulls the trigger at just the right time. Getting a triple kill here. And now, 12-9. A very little difference and very little money for Nexus if they want to go for a full buy right here. So they will decide to just even it all out to about 2,000. So next up they will have a solid full, but this is giving double digits over to Venatores, and just such a small difference between these teams.
Feels like the Poles are starting to come alive right now. Up to 9 rounds, almost on double digits. Should be able to secure that 10th round right here. Only Stark holding on this A site. So they're about to make a slow approach into this bomb site. Right out of main before Stark can even find one. Traded back out by Zello. This Tech from above to rain down death onto Zello. Straight onto this site. The bomb still isn't in. Needs to be rotated through now. Finally placed. Venatores, you can see on your screen, held back by these smokes. The pistols firing firm. IGM being traded once again. 3 versus 2. These pistols have to go huge. Mainly Jaxi here in CT spawn. with 82 HP. M4 in hand. He's already done a little bit of damage, but being smoked and flashed off. Venatores with a cocktail of nades straight in. Jaxi is actually going to find the first through this box. Spots out soon and finds the spray. 13 for Nexus. They're getting dangerously close to this finish line.
Yep, they finally were able to close a round out. Venatores also already missing quite a bit of money on their side, but it seems like they should be able to collect enough for a full buy out there. Now, FMAS is going to be dropped instead of an M4 towards Stark, but he's got an important death kit and a full set of grenades out there. Yeah, it's not looking horrible for Venatores just yet, but already not perfect, that for sure. Nexus finally being able to break through, and as I said, like, some of these rounds that they were supposed to take were not victorious for them, so that might break them down, but it didn't happen apparently. They did break through, in fact.
Felt like this could have been a quick game earlier, but Venatores maybe a last wind here, and soon chipping in once again. Fast up shot.
You know where he is though, and Zello takes care of that, and Zello's just such an impressive AWPer this far today. Overall, destroying, demolishing Venatores whenever he gets a little bit of space for himself to work with. Goofy with 1 kill right here and trying to look for Zello possibly out there a little bit further. They have to rule out that AWPer. If they think of winning this round, Venatores, they've got to do it quick.
IGM has to be the difference maker here. He's found a great angle, great position, a big lapse in the defense as he's going to be able to sneak up right behind Goofy, who's going to have no idea this one's coming. Smoke out, IGM's going to be able to catch him in the back. Quick headshot, and this B site is completely compromised. Nexus still has to clear it and cover it. Know that there's nobody hiding and lingering here.
Only Stark left.
But another shot, and yeah, it's Zello just to finish it off with 2 of his own.
Zello with a triple kill this round also. That is really good when you have such a consistent player. Even if it's just on this map, then Zello's pretty much single-handedly winning Nexus the game. Like, maybe not because he's so effective in all of these rounds, but in some rounds where the rest of the team cannot do anything, he just gets a triple and it makes it so much easier. Now Venatores with very little on their hands and not really sure if they can do something with these CZs, and if that doesn't work out, then it's pretty much already over. So they lost 16-9 against Wendigo, didn't they? Or yeah, I think so.
16-13, 16-11.
Okay, 11.
Was a loss against Wendigo earlier today. Both heartbreaking defeats. Obviously close matches. This one could be close as well, but Venatores has to do something with these pistols. A dangerous force buy. Looking fairly poverty-stricken right now as Nexus encroaching on this finish line. As they put 3 down mid, taking this map control, forces Venatores back and not able to take the shots with these pistols. Long distance approaches, and BTN going to find that first shot. Mac 10 spray down comes to fruition. And Nexus almost have this B site, but T-Tech, the last line of defense, hits a headshot, not enough to find the frag. BTN trades him on through. Nexus should be able to find match point here.
Stark jumping straight into Zello's crosshair. Zello doesn't waste these opportunities, obviously. So 15-9, that is what we're seeing. So indeed, it could be the most one-sided match today, but still, it is quite close, nevertheless, right?
Yeah.
And we expected this group to be close for sure. Venatores definitely not a good first half. Maybe that's what's broken the scoreline for them. But just getting like 2 more rounds on the T side would have made the entire match so much better.
I definitely agree with that. I think that is literally the most minuscule difference in that first half. Could have made the world of difference in this second. Goofy going for a jumping frag there. Taking the tip out of Cold Zero's book. Wanting to deal damage, rain death with this scout, but he's below. Needs to hit the headshots. Nexus throws out that smoke as well. Cuts off an immense amount of visual. How the hell are they going to be able to stop Nexus from getting onto this B site? Maybe that's how. But T-Tech, beautiful headshot first. 2 kills as well. Goofy, the scouts doing an amazing amount of damage. Just 2 AKs left. Have to make their way onto possibly B, NJ. It's a scout again from Goofy.
Come on, 2 kills with a scout per scout in the team. So that's 4 combined. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3 quick smash.
Just fell off my chair.
But we've got no 3 in this matchup, actually. But yeah.
Equals Half-Life reconfirmed.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, that's true. Roadman Shaq knew it all along. Everyday man's on the block. Goofy is going to get that one for sure. What did Jaxi have?
15 divided by 10, 1.5, 2 kills on the scouts, times by 2, equals 3, Half-Life 3 confirmed.
What? Alright, that was a little bit too complex for my small mind, but yeah, I think that maybe there was a possibility for Venatores to pick up the AWP from the previous round. That didn't happen though. Soon still has enough to afford it all by himself, so it's fine. Because I feel like this AWP is crucial to the success of Venatores, that they have it on Soon. And the most important thing is to neutralize Zello. To not allow him to get like 2 or 3 kills each and every single round, because he's capable of doing that.
Zek on this site being forced back. Obviously all rifles for Venatores after a little bit of success in the previous. But this is a big blunder. Boosting into window. IGM not being spotted out just yet. He's going to be able to find the angle and the spray down. BTN at the other side does find one as well. Stark trying to hold it down. Drops the bomb. Stuck in no man's land. Found by IGM. As this is level back to a 2 versus 2. Nexus with a chance to close it out.
Oh, Goofy.
T-Tech and Goofy up behind.
Has
spotted
visuals
out
of
that bomb. Zello's not going to know, caught in the back. That might be the difference maker. Obviously, Venatores need 5 in a row. This might not be enough. But IGM, with players at 90 degrees to each other, this triangulation of this A site should be enough to shut him down. Has the bomb in hand, 30 seconds left. Going to go for this rotation. Feel like it's going to be telegraphed, though, yeah. But T-Tech is going to hear a couple of footsteps here. And he is going for this cut-off. Nah, I didn't seem to know. As the footsteps draw to a close, IGM deciding to sneak instead. Back onto B. 20 seconds left, plenty of time to go for this bomb plant, but you can see T-Tech knows it's all a ruse, going back to the B site. Stuck in CT as that bomb goes down, and the Molotov's placed. IGM changes it up, straight up here into apps, and he's just hidden, hiding away. IGM stuck here, needs to find 2 shots. It's T-Tech Goofy, both in the way in. Nice fast frag from IGM. Levels this back to a 1 versus 1. Right in the lead here. Knows where this angle of approach is coming from. It's Goofy still on the bomb. Needs to go for this peak right now. Forces him off it. And IGM, he might have actually won this. Might have actually closed this game out. Goofy, how's he going to do? He finds a headshot. Goofy clutches it. 15-11. Keeps Venatores alive.
Oh, you called it a little bit early. That bomb could have exploded. 0.2 seconds, man. And had he not interrupted the bomb defuse, he would have defused it actually back when the enemy peaked for the first time. But oh my goodness, what a clutch situation. A chance to hear IGM actually rotating over to B. Still a 1v2 from him. His superior position definitely from above right there. A possibility to quickly neutralize Goofy, but that didn't happen. Oh man, too close, way too close. 4 rounds difference between the teams. Still a possibility to get the overtime going as Soon opens it up with a kill on Jaxi. Oh, Zello did spot out another person right here. Still a 1-man lead in favor of the CTs. Zello with no opportunities. Finally, NG gets a kill for himself, but only Zello remains right now in a 1v3. They know where he is. Soon with a triple kill this round. Venatores seems like they've regained control of the rounds of the map, and they finally seem to have the confidence.
15-12, Venatores just coming up so clutch right now on your screens right now. Soon going back to this A site, AWP in hand, has the nades, defuse kits all round on everybody apart from TechZek. There's Nexus, just pistols, charging into this B site.
These pistols, not expecting them to be enough. A great flashbang from T-Tech, but one guy didn't get blinded. The guy closest to it might create a little bit of issues on his side still. Works out fine as he's able to escape, but the nades don't reach him. But then the spray down from Tetek does. But he goes with a kill for himself, and Venatores neutralizing the danger, it seems, soon. By failing the jump, I think got a little bit of a longer lifeline for himself, but he still gets killed off by Becken. But at that time, when Becken gets a kill, all the rest of his team falls. 15-13, 2 rounds of a difference, and Nexus spending everything on this one. I feel like they still will have some rifles walking into the last one, even if they lose here in round number 29, but they don't want to think about it. They want to get it into a 16-13 victory for themselves.
AKs for Nexus. This might be their last opportunity to close this one out before we see another dose of overtime. Obviously, one AWP out on Venatores. Soon's been such a pivotal player. Back on train, here on Mirage as well. If Venatores don't close this out and don't make overtime here, this is going to be devastating for Soon especially. He's been such a great player, hitting frags left, right, and center. Just watching apps now. Nexus not going for this push just yet.
Oh, there we go, IGM. Looking for something up close on bomb site B. 3 people out there, and that might be way too much. But T-Tech soon. Stark, they're getting the kills all over the place. Seemed like a hit would have been just the bullseye, but they cannot even do anything right here. Just a single kill on towards the upper of the enemy line, but because Soon just look at where he died. What the hell was that position?
One silver lining for Nexus here. They've got max loss bonus. They've lost time after time. Affords them this final buy.
Okay.
They've got, yeah, they're a bit light on nades, very light on the mollies. Only one on Jaxi. Everybody else with very limited utility.
A B rush.
And it's looking like the classic Sukabliet style. Rush B, perhaps. IGM and NJ in first. Smokes. There's a follow-up nade as well. Doesn't do the damage. And Goofy behind this line of sight. Needs to close it out. Misses the initial frags as they do close onto his position. Needs to find one, and IGM close them out straight away. This B site taken, salvaged by Nexus Gaming. Soon straight back here, swipes back, but he's down and out. Only one for him this time is Nexus. They've got 3 players on this site. In the flank might be the insurance policy from behind. Zello looking for this one. And Patik, why is he playing in CT spawn? What's going on? He's just waiting for Zello there. There's NJ, swipes through. It's just Patik left. What's he doing? What's going on? He doesn't want to win the game. What's happening? Am I dreaming? Is this a nightmare? What just happened?
It's got normal ping. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll find out from Stark a little bit.